Hello and good Monday, May 10th, 2010. Today marks the 117th anniversary of the 1893 Supreme Court ruling in Nix vs. Hedden that a tomato is a vegetable, not a fruit. The debate made its way into the courts due to a new tariff act that required import tax on vegetables but not fruits. After both the plaintiff and defendant referred to evidence from dictionary definitions, the court unanimously decided in favour of the defence. Tomatoes are vegetables and not fruit. Clearly it's time for an appeal. In other big claims, Lebanon mashed up chickpeas into the largest plate of hummus in the world ever, as the country seeks copyright claim to official regional ownership of the popular Middle Eastern food. The country's closest competitor, Israel, says it should be the official country. The two countries have been fighting a gastronomical Cold War of astronomical proportions for years. And when a robot cuts you, you still bleed. Out of concern for a future with autonomous robots, researchers from the German Aerospace Center's Institute of Robotics and Mechatronics fitted a lightweight robot with a knife, scissors, screwdriver, and other stabby instruments of mutilation to test what would happen if a robot stabs a person. As expected, a knife still cuts flesh whether wielded by a human or a machine. Good work, science. And looky here, the Air Force is using nanotechnology to seal wounds. A team of researchers from the Massachusetts General Hospital, led by Irene Kochevar, has developed a process called photochemical tissue bonding, involving coating wounds in special dye that, when briefly exposed to a green light, bonds tissues together. Because the bond is watertight, the risk of infection is drastically diminished, and according to Kochevar, the only thing left is FDA approval. Until then, some doctors recommend superglue to heal my wounds. New organ preservatives allow heart to beat outside body 24 hours after harvest. Professor Hemant That of Harvard has developed a mixture of 21 chemical compounds called soma that can preserve organs for up to 10 days. Because cell degeneration sets in so quickly after death, all donor hearts today are taken from donors who no longer show brain activity, but are, by many other standards, physically alive. That soma is said to even reverse cell damage, meaning more donor options. In this video, a pig's heart has been harvested post-mortem, soaked in a soma bath for 24 hours, and was then able to be restarted outside of its body. Kids, do not try this at home without adult supervision. Considering that a heart is only viable for transplant up to 4 hours after being removed, that's a huge improvement. Dr. Vil Kajakari at Louisiana Tech University has developed an interesting "why didn't I think of that? I did of course, but I actually did it" approach to generating power on the go by building generators installed inside of people's shoes. You know those shock absorbers installed in some athletic shoes? Dr. Kajakari's invention fits in the same place, is made of similar material, and after a few improvements should be able to power a cell phone. Decline.